comes to tinting, right? Tinting is also something that is, you install one time, that's it. Most of the time you install your tint when your car is bought brand new, and often, right, nowadays when you buy a brand new car, it presumably would have already come with a set of window films, okay, most of which provided as an incentive by either the salesperson or the dealership. All right. Of course, a little tip here is that when your car comes with a complimentary, tinting film, do ask your salesperson what are the specs of this film. Is it of a what sort of quality it is, and sometimes if the salesman is honest, they will tell you, okay, this is of what quality. And if you tell the salesman that, or salesperson that, hey, you don't mind to top up a bit more for a better film, most of them will be happy to oblige you, because they stand to make a few bucks along the way. Okay. Yeah, so but that's new, brand new, very easy. You can, even if let's say the car comes without a tint, you just drive it to your nearest tint shop and have your preferred tint installed. End of story. So let's fast forward, say 3 years, 5 years down the road, and you have your tint installed in your car since new, and the tint is showing signs of aging. Okay, bubbles lah, peeling off lah, and all that. Okay, and not a pretty sight. And of course, that's when you want to think, hey, maybe should I change the tint or not? But most of the time, right, you won't, because changing your tint is a very tedious and cumbersome process. Most people won't bother with it. It's something that it is actually a lot more complicated than, say, changing your bumpers or your sport rim, because those are just, screwing and unscrewing things. Changing your tint film actually involves, peeling off the film, and then after that, the installer will have to use chemical to clean each of your windows and all that. So all that takes time, and many installers will even charge you an extra additional labor for the removal of your tint. Now, when it comes to tinting film in used cars, like in the case of my E39 here, this car is untinted at present. Okay, I'm not sure whether it is it was never tinted by the previous owner, or if the dealership removed the tint. Okay, now this is very common practice in Malaysia, where the dealerships where used car dealers will remove the tint from your car, simply because many a time these tints don't get past Puspakom inspection. The reason is very simple. Even if you had installed, okay, JPJ compliant tint at the start, over the years your tint will degrade, and it will affect the visible light transmission through that tint. Not only that, your windows also get dirty over time. And you have to remember that Puspakom, when you go through the Puspakom inspection, when the machine measures the visible light transmission, it is not just measuring the tint alone. It is the tint plus the windows plus whatever dirt that is sticking on. So a JPJ compliant tint, after you stick it on, and after it ages over time, can very easily end up being not JPJ compliant at all. So to save that hassle, most used car dealers, they would just, or even if, let's say, if you ask a runner to bring your car through Puspakom, they would just rip off the whatever tint that is there and get the next buyer to install a new set.